Hello YouTube. We're removing the contact cement from my desktop that I made the bench out of. Just 80 grit, cheap grade sandpaper. Started coming off there. Some of the paper is not exact when you cut it in quarter. That's a quarter sheet sander. Some of it's not, that paper ain't that accurate and it doesn't go in there. That's some of that vinyl, the paper cardboard backing of the vinyl. But it is working. I washed this with soap and water a few days ago and let it bake in the sun, so I degreased it. I don't want no grease in here gumming up the sandpaper, but did that. But I want to make sure there's no shiny spots. Like in here you'll see where it's darker, that's shiny. So we want this all powdery like out in here before we paint it. We're thinking about gray primer, and we may get some brush on gray Rust-Oleum or something. You know how spray paint is, it doesn't go on very thick, but we do want a primer sealer at first. These edges, that's real sharp. We're going to take our 4.5 inch sanding disc, we got a brand new one like a 120, and we're going to go along here and we're going to even this up so there's no lip here. That will slice your finger. I shouldn't be rubbing my finger. It's all jagged and everything. And there comes the train, but just thought I'd show a few before pictures of this, that this worked. This is the contact cement. This nasty stuff right here, you see all squiggly. Where it was rolled on with the roller. So, this will work for me. I got lucky. I have to take a scraper and get rid of that stuff out there. A little bit back in here. But this is working. But, like I said, some of this paper ain't exact. You cut it in fourths, or tear it in fourths, and it just don't fit the sander that good. If you ever get one of these cheap sanders, not to show name, and it shakes like it's falling apart, before you return it, take it apart. Down in here, that round part, there's a weight screwed to the motor, and the screw will come loose, and it'll shake violently. So before you return it, take the screws out. You can tell how abused this has been. This has been used on metal. I mean, it's abused. You could probably buy a new rubber pad. But take it apart. See the screws? Take the screws out, and that's like the center. And you'll see a piece hooked to the motor. So before you return it, I had one. I returned it. Got another one of the same model, and I took it apart. And I just tightened the screw up. It didn't have no Loctite. I just tightened it as tight as I could go without breaking it. So, another little tip there, but just cheapy. We sell cheapo sandpaper. I tried some emery paper, whatever grit. It's too coarse. Sometimes a finer sandpaper will do a better job than a coarse, because coarse will skip. But I will still use this somewhere, like on these edges after I sand it. So, there you go. I did find something that worked for me. Thanks for watching. Okay, that's 120 grit, 4.5 inch sander grinder pad. If you look down at something, if we can see it, this is level. Get down here, it starts raising up. This is the part that'll cut your finger, because this had vinyl on here, so this was never a problem when it was new. But we have to get rid of this. So this is what we did. We brought it down even. Oh, there's the scanner going off. Brought it down even, and we actually smoothed over the edge. This isn't sharp under here, but we smoothed the edge over. Then we'll take this sandpaper by hand, because it's a little rough. You feel a little spiky stuff on it. I shouldn't be doing this out of glove, but sand that by hand too when you're done, because it'll still leave a rough edge. But this is all tapered over, and you'll see slivers of metal coming off, stuff like that. But this strip is aluminum. Flies are terrible. It's been so hot and humid. It just rained again last night. But this will be nice. It's smooth. I'm not going to worry so much about the back or the sides, but it just depends on how much energy I have. I may do the sides, because you don't want to walk up, cut your gut on it, cut your arm. You laid your arm across this thing like this, you'd slice your arm open. I already got a scrape on one of my fingers from it. That finger. Oh, sorry about that, YouTube. Didn't mean to flip you off, but anyway, I already got a cut from it, right through a cloth glove. I was using these little cloth gloves, so I already cut myself the other day playing with this thing when I worked on it. So that's good enough. That's the end of this how-to video. I suppose I could use that on the whole thing. I don't want to do that. I just took the vibrating sander and said, make sure this is dull. I'm going to primer the bare spots. Not this. I think we're going to get some brush-on paint. Haven't used that for years, but it just depends what the cost is, what it costs for brushes. I don't have any. I never hand paint, so thanks for watching.